Hello, gals. Liz Hall here. I know the team has grown a bit in the past week, so I just wanted to quick introduce myself first. I'm an elite green leader with Unique, and I am excited to be here. This is a topic that is really important to me. It's not something that I thought would would affect my business whatsoever, mindset. When I first started, it's not something that I thought I needed to work on personally, but oh my goodness, it makes such a big difference, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. My voice is not quite completely there, so I've got a glass of water with me. If you see me take a drink, it's just because my throat's a little scratchy still. But again, I've been thinking about this for a while, so I really wanted to do this team call about mindset and turning can'ts into can, because the words you tell yourself matter so much, and that's both professionally, but as personally too. I've noticed quite a change in myself. So, big question: why are we talking about mindset? Again, it's not something that I expected to be important in this business, but if you think about it, it really is. Like, you're starting a business, and not everyone understands network marketing, right? They don't understand how it works. They don't understand, like, and if it's something like for me personally, I was not hugely into makeup when I started because honestly, I have sensitive skin and not much worked for me. But people were like, "What? Why are you doing a makeup business?" Like, people didn't quite understand it completely. And we encourage you so much to be you in this business. And that can be hard, and that can be intimidating, and sometimes we need to get ourselves in the right headspace before we put ourselves out there, because it's easy to post a graphic and share a graphic, but it's harder to get personal and say, like, what this business means to you, right? So this is where mindset comes in, because if you're in the right mindset, it's going to be easier to share about yourself, in your life, in your business. And in turn, your business will grow, I promise you. So if you work on mindset, and if you feel like you've hit a stumbling block in your business, I encourage you to pick up a personal development book, or I'll give you some tips to do, and focus on your mindset, because often it's something that you're telling yourself in your head that's stopping you from doing the things that you need to do in this business. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The money is on the other side of your comfort zone. So if there's something that you want to do in this business, like for me, this call, one of is this, talking about mindset, then you need to find a way to get to that point to do it. Talking about mindset is harder for me than talking about makeup. Makeup I could just talk about because I'm putting it on, but mindset feels a lot more personal, and the personal can get hard to talk about. So Morgan posted about this on the Black Team page a few days ago, about the kind of the words we tell ourselves. Like, you can say, like, "Oh, I only have 2 days left in the month. I'm going to give up and not keep working my business for October. November will be great." Or we could say something to ourselves like, "I only have 2 days left, and I have not met my goals yet. I'm going to work my butt off so I can do as much as possible, and then that'll keep going into November." And you notice a difference, and you notice the enthusiasm. You notice, like, I didn't even do that on purpose, but you have this sense of, like, holding yourself back when you kind of shut the door to possibility. And so that's why it's turning your can'ts into your cans and focusing on what you can do. And that will, if you amp up your energy, you can amp up the activities that you're doing in your business. Hope this makes sense. So that's a big part of it, the words we tell ourselves. I'm going to get to more of that in a little bit. But the other reason of this is we need to address our fears. So, like, if you're starting in your business and you're like, okay, I see these people going live, I see these people sharing all these selfies, but I can't do that. You're just shutting the door to possibility right there, right? But also for me personally, when I started, I felt like I wasn't good enough, that I didn't know enough about makeup. I worried about too much about my friends and family would think, and like, would I thought, oh, they're gonna just judge me. They're not gonna buy from me. They're not, like, and all these things, they kind of weigh you down, right? So we need to clear the air. We need to, or another analogy I've heard is, like, we look at our life through this filter of the things that we tell ourselves. Like, so imagine as a book, the things that you tell yourself every day, like, about what you can and can't do. You wear it as a book in front of your eyes, and you see the world through through those thoughts. You gotta move the book away. So how do you do that, and how do you break through those fears? Number one, affirmations. And my mom used to tell me to do this when I was younger, and I thought, ha 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 ha, that doesn't do anything. But I promise you it does, and I've been doing this with my daughter, and I notice a difference in her attitude when we do this. And she's only 3 years old, so imagine what it can do for us as well too. So focus on like what you need to hear. Like, I am strong. I am brave. I am confident. I am able to do a live video. Think of the affirmations that you can tell yourself. I already said I am strong. Apparently I need to hear that today. And if you're having trouble coming up with like affirmations to tell yourself, you can think of the I was, I am, I will. And that's, one of the unique things right now. And I really like it because, you're honoring your past, you're talking about your present place, but you're also focusing on what you want to be. So for me, I wrote this down. I was scared and nervous of what others would think. But now, today, I am strong and confident, and I'm embracing my quirks. I'm embracing who I am, and I will never dull my spirit or just to please others. So something like that. And write it down and say it to yourself in the mirror. As crazy as it might feel at the moment, but the more you do it, the more you're going to be able to move past some of your can'ts and some of your fears. Another thing you can do, and I get them on my phone, is the Shine app, and I'll read you some that I really like. And they send it. You subscribe, and you can subscribe at any point. Where is today? Okay. But it gives you like little mindset tips. Like, how often do we think doing well means doing all the things, Liz? Try flexible focus this week. Crush just one thing a day. And it gives you this just like, these great little tips. It's fun to get started around big goals. Just don't overlook all you've done, Liz. Today, try a reverse bucket list, meaning write down your accomplishments, because so often we focus on the things that we do wrong, the things that we can't do, when we should be focusing on the stuff that we can and that we have done, because that will also help you. I promise. Okay. And then, this is what I really wanted to talk about the most about, especially going into November, which is one of our biggest months, is that the words you tell yourself matter. And what I mean by this is, like, if you tell yourself, if you get like, I know I always have a lull in the middle of the month, and I always have this big high energy at the beginning and a big high energy at the end of the month. Yeah. I'm still working on that middle of the month thing. But what happens for me personally in the middle of the month, I tend to be like, oh, gosh, I'm not where I want to be. I can't do enough live videos. I can't do, I'm not reaching out to enough people. I just don't know enough people. And then like you get into your headspace and all these things swirl, and again, they weigh you down, right? So when you say things like I can't, and you talk more in the negative, you are holding yourself back, and you're literally shutting the door. I mean, how many times have you told yourself that you can't do something? You immediately stop trying, right? It's like you put up this wall inside your head. And that's why it's important when you find yourself starting to say something like that, try turning it around. Try turning it around and focusing on things that you can do. So let's say I just don't have enough time to do this, this, and this. Okay, instead say, okay, I only have 5 minutes today, but today I'm going to do this. And tomorrow I will do this. And today I'm going to write down a list of the things I want to do. I am going to do as much as I possibly can. Again, hear the energy in my voice, because when you focus on the things that you can do, you're going to have a totally different energy. And yes, there are going to be things that you don't end up completing. There's going to be goals that you don't end up not necessarily reaching. But by focusing on the things that you can do and the things that you are doing, you are going to get much, much closer to your goals than you were before when you were using your can'ts. So right now, focus I want you to write down your goals for November. I want you to focus on how many parties you're going to have, how much PRS, how many sales you're going to have, how many people you're going to sponsor, what level you want to promote or maintain. Put that down on a piece of paper and say, I am. Don't say, I'm going to try. Don't say, I'm going to, if I can, I will do that. No. I want you to say, I am, I can, I am doing, things like that. You at the active tense, because that's going to get you more energized, and it's going to help you go throughout the month. Use this for anything, personally or professionally. And then this, I listened to a TED Talk about this. Do power poses. And what are power poses? If you're sitting like this, you're closing yourself off. Well, your energy is going to be closed off too. And one thing that I've been doing before my live videos is I do my power pose. And power pose, you're not going to be able to see it very well on this screen, but think of like a Wonder Woman pose, like how she puts her hands on her hips and she stands there, or opening up your shoulders, and stand like that for like 2 minutes before you go live, or before you do something that scares you, or something that makes you nervous. And there are studies that have shown that when you do these poses, it actually literally changes your body chemistry so that you are more amped up and you're more energetic. And I think it even increases the testosterone, male or female, in your system, so that you are ready to go. And so when you are afraid of doing something, I challenge you to go into a power pose and try that for a few minutes. Excuse me. And then go do the thing that you were scared of doing, because it's going to make a huge difference. Okay. And then, on top of all this, I try to do a little bit of personal development every day. I have 2 young kiddos at home, but I still try to do this. And I have a little calendar thing that I have that's that I got from Amazon. It's You Are a Badass, which is a book that I highly, highly recommend reading. And you can just read it in bits and pieces, whenever you have a little bit of time. Get it on your Kindle, get the paper copy, whatever works for you. But read it, and it's going to get your head in the right space. Because having your head in the right space is I can't say this enough, it's going to make a huge difference in your business. You're going to be able to focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. You're going to be able to focus on the things that you really want to do, and giving yourself a drive and the reason why you're doing this business. Since I've done personal development, I've discovered that I have so many whys. So when I have a down day, or I have a day when I'm being hard on myself, if I go back to my whys, if I look at my kids and say, I'm doing this for them. If I look in the mirror and I say, I'm doing this for myself too, because let's be honest, being a stay-at-home mom can be exhausting and tiring, and you feel like you're doing so much for other people, and you can be so drained. And even I told my husband before I did this call, I said, I am so tired today. I had such a tough day with the kids. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. He looked at me and said, yes, you can. Go take a break for like 5 minutes. Get yourself up, and I ended up falling asleep for a few minutes, I'm not gonna lie. And you get your energy back up. And sure enough, he's right. And here I am, and I feel great, and I'm glad I'm doing this call. It was like I was almost like looking for I was trying to give myself an out. But you know what? I love this business. I love what I'm doing. And I need to, as long as I focus on the things I can do, it's going to push me to do more. And that's what I hope you take away from this. Other books to read that I really like, other than You Are a Badass, is Girl Boss, which is awesome. And then The Energy Bus. It reads like a novel too. So if you don't like the books that are kind of more self-development, then go for The Energy Bus, because it reads like a novel, but it has these stories about how this guy gets to his head space in the right arena for keeping his job, basically, is how the book goes. But you can apply it to your own life too. So, okay, I know I kind of covered a lot, and I kind of went on a few tangents there, but I hope you got a lot out of this. Again, November is one of our biggest months. I'm not even quite sure why, honestly, because some people think it's a holiday shopping, but people always are shopping for makeup and skincare for themselves. And honestly, a majority of my customers are shopping for themselves, even in November. But if you have any questions about any of this, I'm happy to talk. I know mindset is a hard thing to talk about sometimes. It's hard to talk about the things that hold us back. And it's hard to talk about the things that we want to do that we just haven't had the strength or courage to try yet. But I think once you start thinking about what you can do, like I've been talking about, it can make such a difference. When you focus on the cans instead of the can'ts. So that's why I named that team call this, because that extra letter can make a big difference in here. So thank you, gals, for listening. And again, I hope you got something out of this. And I'll see you gals online. Bye.